So the topic we're going to look at today is differentiation from first principles. You would have learnt this in year 12 with normal functions, but this time we're going to look at trigonometric functions and apply the same knowledge. So from GCSE you would have calculated the gradient of a straight line as a single value, as the gradient is constant, but on a curve the gradient is constantly changing. Sometimes it's increasing, sometimes it's decreasing, and we use differentiation to find the derivative of the gradient function, which is a formula where we can substitute the x value of any point on the curve to find the gradient at that specific point. Differentiation from first principles is a way of proving that derivative, proving that that is the gradient function. And what we do is we take 2 points on the curve that lie very closely together and we calculate the gradient of the straight line between them. That is pretty much the gradient of the tangent at that point. So here is how we differentiate from first principles, looking at normal functions that you would have learned in year 12, and you are looking at the formula you would have used at GCSE, change in y divided by change in x. Now change in y is represented if you take 1 point, f of x, and a point very close there, f of x plus h being that small change, all divided by the change in x, which is represented as h. So as h tends towards 0, because that is a very small change, as it tends towards 0, getting closer and closer to our original point, h becomes 0, and when we substitute that in, it leaves us with our derivative. Now I know you would have learnt tricks, but differentiation from first principles shows you where that derivative comes. So your flipped learning task is going to be to use your knowledge of first principles to derive the derivatives of sine, cos and tan, and I want you to in particular be aware of the addition formulae and small angle approximations, as this is going to be key to those derivatives. I also want you to find the trigonometric derivatives that are required for A level.